Too many thoughts on my mind, I can't sleep at night, so I just keep writing. I don't need no help, I don't need opinions, so don't.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 17 of the Goalkeeper Career Mode, and we're still in the World Cup, and this is the round of 16 against Colombia. Now, this is the first time I'm recording it, so I'm a little bit rusty as to where we finished off last time. But no, obviously we're out of the group stages. We've now got Colombia, and Colombia are the team that knocked us out in our Striker Career Mode series. So I've got a little bit of a score to settle with these, and I want to get through. And if we just take a little look at the tree here, we can see that most of the games on the other side have been played. But if we win this game, we've potentially got a cushy tie against. I think that China. I think China or Chile. You'd like to think Chile, but you never know. So we could have a nice little route potentially into the semi-finals here, but as a goalkeeper, it's never easy on here. So let's get into this game against Colombia and let's see if we can give them a little bit of payback. Just one more thing before we get started on this game. We have changed our gloves and boots. We had a comment in the on the video last time out, and he wanted me to change to the what were they? The Ocean Storm Ace Trans Pro with the matching boots. There are 3 sets of gloves, the Ace Trans Pro, but I could only find these boots that specifically match the gloves that he mentioned. So I'm hoping that he's talking about these ones. Let me know if you're not, but we've gone for the aqua ones. Hopefully that will not cause us any bad luck, because I'm a bit of a superstitious one. But these are the gloves we're going to go for, and the boots we're going to go for the rest of the World Cup. And then we'll probably change again, depending on who our new team is going to be, because we're probably going to get ourselves a transfer after the World Cup. Here we go, World Cup, round of 16, Colombia versus England. National anthems done and dusted. These are the starting lineups. Ospina in goal for Colombia. Back line, Armero, Sanchez, Mina, Arias, Torres, Barrios, Izquierdo, Cuadrado, Bacca and Falcao up top for Colombia. That's a good front line there. And then England line up like this. Sean Measures in goal, Kyle Walker and Danny Rose fullbacks. The centre halves will be Keane, Stones and Dyer. Lingard and Henderson in the middle of the park. Dele Alli, who I thought was injured, in behind Harry Kane and Marcus Rashford. Rashford tries to spread one out wide, but can't, and Colombia pick up on the ball. It's Bacca, lays one out wide to Torres. Back inside. Falcao. Cuadrado back to Falcao, and it's now found its way to Danny Torres on this left, and that's a good tackle from Danny Rose. And possible England break here. Lingard. Rashford. We got anyone supporting. Dele Alli finds the feet of Lingard. Dele Alli gets it back. It's all clever football right now. It's a ball in between the fullback and centre half, but it doesn't quite get there. Good tackle from Dele Alli though. Harry Kane lays in Rashford, and that's a big chance for England there. Walker on this right hand side. Inside to Lingard. It's a good ball, but Barrios steals it. And Falcao's now got the ball. Lays it inside to Danny Torres as he bears down onto goal. Out to Cuadrado. Tidy football from Colombia. Good overlap there. Good cross. Can we get this clear? Colombia win the header, but we're there to pick up the pieces. Izquierdo spreads one to Cuadrado. This is dangerous from Colombia. They like to push it wide and they like to get some crosses in. And they go out wide again. Arias. Bacca. Falcao. Izquierdo. Falcao shoots, and we get down low and we save that well and push that out for a corner. Corner to come in from Colombia. Are we coming for this? We're not. It's going to go front post, and we're there just about. Dele Alli into the feet of Rashford. Finds Kane, who's been quiet so far. He's got runners, but he gets tackled. And it gives Colombia another chance to come away. We've got 2 minutes of added time. Is there a chance for... is there any more time for another chance in this half? Lingard pushes forward for England. Colombia win it again. Bacca to Cuadrado. And there we go. That is the halftime whistle. Not the most exciting of halves. I think we looked like we built the play a little bit better than they did, but they've probably had the better chances. We haven't managed to test their keeper at all. 0-0 at halftime, and we need to improve. So at halftime, as you can see, Colombia have been the better side so far, keeping more of the ball, and they've had 3 shots, 2 on target, and we've done very, very little in front of goal. Early in the second half, it's England that come forward, push down this right-hand side. It's got into Harry Kane's feet. He's laid it off to Lingard, who tries to touch it past the defender, but can't do it. And now Colombia on the break through Bacca. Spreads one down this right-hand side. It's a really good ball for Izquierdo. Puts the cross in. We're going to come, and that's a great bit of goalkeeping. We really needed to come for that as well. Well in, Lingard finds Harry Kane's feet, who needs to improve massively. He's been the worst player on the pitch so far. Henderson finds Kane's feet, and it's a really, really poor ball. And Colombia now get a chance to come forward again and stretch us. Lingard nicks it. Danny Rose into Ali. Finds Rashford's feet. We play some half-decent football with their middle three. Rashford spreads one to Walker. Can we get a cross in? He's fannying about with it. And the play looked like it might break down, and it is going to break down. Colombia, 2-on-2 right now. Falcao. Is he going to push this right? I should imagine so, because they love to get a cross in, and so far in this game. Izquierdo. Cuadrado. Bacca beats his man, and we've palmed that away, and Cuadrado gets to the rebound. Nothing we could do about that. 58 minutes on the clock, 1-0 Colombia, and it's all going a little bit wrong. We need to up our performance levels big time here. Harry Kane especially needs to pull his finger out. But with 30 minutes left on the clock, can we come back into this game? I thought we were going to get away with this. We palmed that away. Defender couldn't get back in front of Cuadrado, and he just tucks that in at the near post. 1-0 Colombia. Substitution for England. Nathaniel Klein's going to come on for Danny Rose. That's going to play him out of position. Walker beats his man. Gets the ball back from Rashford. That's a shocking ball. Why can we not play the simplest of through balls? And if we can't, then stop trying it. 72 minutes on the clock. Colombia have got possession, and we are not looking likely to score a goal if we played for the next 3 weeks. It's been terrible, terrible England performance. Lingard into the feet of Rashford. A poor touch, but he recovers. Harry Kane back into Lingard. Henderson plays Kane through down the channel. It's good. Can he turn? He can. And what is he doing? What is Harry Kane doing? He's been so bad. Please bring him off the pitch. It's not. It's going to be a substitution for Colombia. Rodriguez comes on for Izquierdo, and Raheem Sterling is going to come on for Rashford. Danny Torres spreads one out wide to Arias. He then plays one down the channel for Cuadrado. Plays it inside. Good tackle from Walker. Defensively, we've actually been quite good today. We really have, but offensively, we've been terrible. Harry Kane especially, everything that he does, he just gives the ball back to Colombia, essentially. It's been terrible. Lingard, Sterling, pushes one out wide. Sterling again, terrible ball to Kane. It was a chance though. Henderson finds Klein. He's turned his man well. He's going to shoot, and that is absolutely woeful. Embarrassing. Get off my pitch. Substitution. Muriel is going to come on for Falcao. Falcao's had a decent game. Finds Danny Torres. And then Barrios. James, they've got so many men over. Muriel's in, shoots, and that goes just wide of the post. And a last-ditch change for England, trying to push more men forward. The Ox is going to come on for Michael Keane. And we have not got long to try and get a winner here. Lingard pushes one out to Walker, who then spreads the play. Stones just about wins the challenge there, and Henderson nips in for that. Lingard. Come on, we've got a bit of desperation about us now. Dele Alli, 2 minutes Harry Kane, can he get a cross in? He can. And Sterling's there, and Sterling's done his normal job of missing an absolute sitter. Got his legs all tied up because he don't know where they are. And Sterling had his opportunity there to put us level. But there we go. The World Cup dream is over. We've done absolutely nothing wrong at all. The outfield players have really let us down there, and really disappointed with that performance. We've been absolutely brilliant throughout this whole World Cup, and Juan Cuadrado has stamped on the dreams of every Englishman. There we go, match report in our final World Cup game, and we played a 7.6. I thought we did okay. We conceded the goal, but I wouldn't have said it was our fault at all. We made the initial save, we parried it out, and they scored the rebound, which is just a shame. But we didn't deserve to win the game. Colombia were really, really good. It was really interesting to see them, because not many teams try and get crosses into the box. They all seem to cut back and square the ball across the box, etc. But not this Colombia team. They worked the ball down either side, mostly down that right-hand side, and then they were putting in crosses of all types, whipped balls across, floated balls across, and it really, really did test us. But so a match rate of 7.6, we caught 2, we parried 3, conceded 1. Our passing was 100%, but I mean we only had five passes, so pretty poor all in all. And now we return back home to Newcastle, and hopefully we get a move away from Newcastle to what I hope is going to be a bigger club in chance for some trophies. Okay, we've just returned home to Newcastle. We've done our first training session, and the second we skipped day, we've received a transfer offer. I haven't checked it yet, so let's go and see who it's from. And it's from Manchester City. That's their goalkeeper. That's a massive offer. I wasn't expecting that at all. Really wasn't expecting that. I mean, I don't know if you can turn down Man City, can you? Can I have a little look through the leagues? I just want to see where they finished last season. I think they finished top 2. I don't know if this is the save where Tottenham won the league. It's not gonna show us. I'm not 100% sure how to check. I don't think we can turn down Man City. I really don't think we can. We're just going to have a little look here, see how they actually got on. It's all the new season stuff, so we really can't tell who's in what tournament at the moment. But I should imagine, I'd like to think that that Man City would be in the Champions League. I'm pretty sure they finished top 2. Pretty sure they did. But we're just going to have a little check through here, see if their name's on the list. Well, they didn't win. I think that must mean, because I think Marseille won the Europa League, Chelsea won the Champions League, obviously, for them both to qualify for the Copa Europe. But we're going to see if this is Champions League football. I should imagine it is. Manchester City, they've definitely got Champions League football. Let's see if Tottenham made it, because if Tottenham did make it, yeah, I can't remember who won the league. It was Tottenham or Man City. I've got a funny feeling Tottenham won it. But we would be competing in the Champions League, which would be brilliant. I don't think I can turn down the offer. I think we've got to go to Manchester City. I don't know how much action that we'd get, because I mean they're a really good side. I think I'm going to have to take the offer. Normally, I like to sort of ask people in the chat, etc. But I've turned down moves to Borussia Dortmund in the past, and been caned a little bit, saying, "Why the hell did you turn down that transfer?" So I don't think I can turn this down. So I think we're just going to have to accept this transfer. Early doors in the transfer window is 110 grand a week as well. It's a hell of a lot of money for a young goalkeeper. But I think we're going to be England's #1 for years to come. And this could well be an excellent move for us. From Newcastle to Man City, we get to stay in the north of the country, where all our friends and family are, and hopefully we can challenge for some big honours. So let's accept this offer and sign on the dotted line. 110 grand a week. That's big, big money. Manchester City fans excited by the arrival of Sean Measures, and you can't blame them really. I mean, they've got a really good goalkeeper coming to them, rated 84 now, which is good. And this is a little bit more like it. This is a little bit more challenging. So the manager wants us to keep an average league match rating of 7.8 or better, which is not going to be easy at all, to be honest. I mean, to get it's not too hard to get that kind of average match rating, but if we're playing for Man City, we may not get enough chances at our goal to get that higher of a rating. You never know. 16 clean sheets. I mean, I'd like to think that's possible. It's still not going to be easy, but definitely possible. Try to concede no more than 1.4 goals per game. I think that's probably doable. I'd like to think we won't be conceding many more than one per game, and maintain no less than a 2.9 saves to one goal conceded ratio. So for every goal we concede, we need to make 3 saves essentially, which I hope is going to be doable as well. Okay, we've pushed on a few days now, and let's have a little look at the World Cup and how it finished. As you can see, Brazil won the World Cup, which is more than fair enough, and Colombia actually pushed to the semi-finals where they only narrowly lost to Brazil. So maybe it's just that Colombia are a really good side on here. They have knocked us out in this series as the goalkeeper and my other series as the striker, which is really annoying. Definitely feel like we need to pay them back at some point in both series. Um, but yeah, Belgium done well to make the final. They beat the Germans, they beat the Spanish, they beat the French. But Brazil was one step too far for them, and they ended up losing 2-1 in the final. Okay, so back to Manchester City. I think at least we've got ourselves a nice little move and something to be excited about for the new season. And you can see here we've got the final of the Community Shield, and in the next episode that will be the next game we play. We may as well play a little final, but this doesn't necessarily answer my question about who won the league last year, because obviously the Community Shield is played between the league winner and the FA Cup winner. So we know that Spurs or Man City won. One of them won the league, one of them won the FA Cup. Um, Technically, Man City could have won the league and the FA Cup, and Spurs could have finished second in the league. I think that's then how it works. But regardless, anyway, I'm not sure who won the league. But we've got the Community Shield coming up in the next episode, and it should be a good, exciting one. I think Tottenham are probably the best team in the league, bar us. Um, but let's have a little look how our season starts. So after Tottenham, we've got an opener against Bournemouth, then Southampton, then Stoke, then Norwich, and then we play Newcastle away. I think that is definitely going to have to be a game that we play. And to be honest with I mean, the first 4 games are pretty unexciting. So I should imagine that will be the next game. Play Newcastle away and see if their old strike force, Atsu, Ritchie, Slimani, etc., see if they can beat us. And it would be at St James's Park as well, so we get to see what kind of reaction we're going to get from the crowd. And just before we leave this episode, we're going to go through the Manchester City squad, and as you can see, an absolute abundance of goalkeepers in the squad. But I did see that Manuel Lanzini has just signed for us from West Ham, which is a potentially strange signing, really. But you never know; he could be rated highly on here. But in terms of goalkeeper competition, we've got Brava at 79, who's not going to trouble us. Edison rated 87, so he is technically their number one still. I think we'll be keeping him out of the squad. I mean, potentially a strange signing from Man City. They didn't really need me. Muric 67, he's not a problem. Daniel Grimshaw 58. Angus Gunn 73, Joe Hart 78. So maybe they'll have a little bit of a goalkeeper clear out this summer and just leave sort of me, Edison, and maybe a youngster or something. But we're just going through the team, just looking for anyone new, really, anyone interesting. Merrick Laporte, that is a fantastic centre back to be playing in front of us, rated 85, only 24 years old. Superb signing for Man City. I think he's been there a while now. But we're just looking for anyone else, sort of just out of the ordinary, really. Possibly new signings or anyone that's really kicked on plenty in their progression. Um, but so far, not a great deal. Douglas Luiz, potential good youngster. Um, Bersant Selena back at the club from Ipswich. Thomas Lemar, rated 86 as a left midfielder. That's a decent signing. David Silva still at the club. Phil Foden still there. De Bruyne is still there, rated 92. Manuel Lanzini, he signed for 32.1 million that I mentioned a little while ago, rated 83. Not a terrible signing, I suppose. Maybe good cover with David Silva potentially sort of going down in grade over the next year or two. But other than that, largely the same squad, really. There's that. I can't remember what we called him. Was it Checker? Mecca, I think we called him last time. So he is a poor youngster, to be fair. 64 at 19 years of age. So in terms of strikers, I mean, Sergio Aguero is still only 30. He's got a couple of years left in him. Jesus is a good bit of cover for him there. So no huge signings for Man City, but we're definitely a strong unit. So there we go. That's where we're going to leave the episode, and the next episode we are going to play Spurs in the Community Shield final. So thank you very much for watching today. It's such a shame that we went out of that World Cup in the round of 16 again. Really disappointing. But never mind, we've moved to Man City. It's been an exciting episode. I'd like to think anyway, and I'm excited for the season ahead to see how we get on with Man City. See if we can win some European honours. I mean, maybe FA Cups and Premier Leagues, maybe Champions Leagues. Who knows? And as well, we will obviously have the European Championship qualifying for England as well, and we'll do our best to show as many of the big games and the good games as we can. But thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next episode.